The poet Caldwell Lee. You're experiencing the poetry of the poet Caldwell Lee. Tonight, we're going to do No, That's the President from the archives of the poet Caldwell Lee. You're experiencing the poetry of the poet Caldwell Lee. No, that's the president. No, that's the president, the fools that they be. A superb one assassinated in 63. Now these persons of integrity and effect are deserving of our attention with due respect. So let us review, let us reminisce, and from past to future, brief over this. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, 1, 2, 3. Amongst this group, one chopped down a cherry tree. James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, 4 through 6, now sigh. One of the three was once of three to die on the 4th of July. Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, 7, 8, 9. Amidst them, one died in office, serving only weeks of his time. John Tyler, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, 10 through 12. One was rough and ready and eager to delve. Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, 13 up to 15. One never married, became inactive and left the scene.
Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, 16 to 18. One faced impeachment. See the legends he's between.
Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, 1920, 21. One was the victim of an assassin's gun. Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley, one a defeated. And this 22 through 25, the defeated later repeated. Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson makes 28. Another one between legends, a misfortunate fate. William G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, the 31st. The latter sent aid abroad to famine's poverty-stricken worst. Franklin Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Of 32 to 34, I like Ike's Victory Tower. John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard M. Nixon, 35 through 37. The former quotes, "Ask not, and let them come to Berlin." Gerald R. Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, all very good. 38 through 40 encompasses Reagan's Hollywood. George Bush, William J. Clinton, George W. Bush, and then on to the future with much hindsight from within. Superpower of the world, a world longing to be free, anchored by leaders they were born to be. Problems have hindered us, but they've always been resolved, and through those resolutions we have evolved. No, that's the president, the fools that they be, to criticize the 44th, whom was also 43. So 44, 45 through infinity may face many issues that lack quality. But this is America, and everyone is free to voice their opinions about you and me. And when the argument is correct and the concern is great, these men and women of America will choose the better fate. When terrorism is long gone and we once again reminisce, we'll say one of our great leaders accomplished this. Let's assume the world is at peace and all religions coexist, and that we all had a hand in succeeding at this. There will be no reason to kill or settle a score. There will be no great battles, no big war. Let's contemplate a bit before the critiques of combat. No, that's the president. Let's leave it at that. You're experiencing the poetry of the poet Caldwell Lee. The poet Caldwell Lee.